are working out, trying to create thumbnails for things and all types of stuff. But I think we're good. Let's do monetization on. Let's see what's going on with AMC and GME and crypto and all of that other type of stuff. All right. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me know if I'm good on the sound. Only details. Again, I have to change this thumbnail. I'm trying to work on different thumbnails, but haven't had the time to work on these thumbnails. We are good. Okay, Thomas Parker, thank you. ATER. Morning, Chris. How you doing? Is ATER a stock or looking at? It was up 29% yesterday, but currently it is down in the pre-market. We have seen some movement downhill for quite some days. Have just recently broken above the 200 EMA, which is a great situation. We still want to see the 15 moving average break above that. If you are talking about this position, we still want to see that break over, and then you'll be able to see that that comeback. Now, this could have been obviously the start of a comeback because from that low point of $3 going up to a high of $10.50 is always good. So right now it is coming back after you do see a large increase. Typically when you see a large increase, you see probably just as big of a decrease because it really can't hold those levels when you see something that crazy of an increase. Morning, big dog. Good morning. Morning, Matt. SPRT. SPRT. Let's see what SPRT is doing. SPRT right now is up 6%. It was up 20% yesterday, which is definitely good, showing a little bit of a move. And this is what I said yesterday. I was saying that we didn't see this break above these levels. We needed to see this break above that $24 level. And currently we are above that level. So showing that shows me very bullish territory, right? I understand you do see the 15 moving average above the 200 EMA the whole entire time. So it shows that there is, very bullish action there. However, when you start to look in deeper, you start to see that it did cross over. When you look at something, I believe this is a month that we're looking at with 1 hour candlesticks. And then as you look in closer, it obviously, you see it cross over multiple times. You really want to see that break certain levels. And the good thing is that it has, currently broken those levels. And hopefully it continues on that trajectory. When I see that, that gives it into bullish territory, which makes me really happy about where it can go. But then again, I mean, you still need to look at the short interest numbers. You need to look at how many shorted shares, because this is one of those plays as well. But also you need to understand the support and the popularity of it. So it looks good, from like the 10,000 foot view. From every view right now, because it did break some of those resistance levels. GME is on discount, $16.99 off. What is GME actually at? Because I know AMC is decreasing a little bit. Yeah, GME is down to 182. That's a crazy drop. It did go down to about 177. So a lot of people asked for it. I heard it in the stream yesterday and days before that. It was just like, I want this to go down to 150 so I can buy more. That was what they were saying. I want it to go down to 100 so that I can buy more. I would love to see it lower than that, right? I don't care that it does get to those levels. I understand what this can be, and that's what I'm looking for, just to buy more. Because right now I have 20 and I would like to have, maybe 100, but at a reasonable price. I think even a reasonable price is 200 is reasonable, but I want something that to where I can basically have that cost average of $100, and then every time that reaches a new $100, it doubles. Because right now, every time it goes up by 200, I would end up seeing my account size double or my balance in GME double, right? See, I would say obviously this is moving a little bit up 1%, which is about $5. The only problem I have with this is that it's like a high price, sort of like Tesla, right? With a lot of people that are investing money, they don't want to buy one share of something or even five shares of something. They want to buy, 10 or 100 shares of something. So obviously, it's great to be able to see that growth and probably have more reliable growth at that. But again, it's very high priced compared to some of the other positions that people would be getting into. Dude, I would love to see that hit one. Can you look at VIH? Let's see here. So currently that's up by 0.5%. It was down by 5% or almost 6% yesterday, which is not really the biggest move, or sorry, the best move, right? Because obviously it's negative. You've seen that from close to close. The actual open to close was not really that far off. Seeing that from 1070 and closing at 1036 was not that far off. You could see that even though you had some fluctuation, you had some volatility, you still see kind of a flat movement there. And then now you see that get into the after hours market, it gets up to a high of $11. It's kind of reaching those same numbers that it was reaching yesterday. But let's look at a 10,000 foot view really quick. You can see the 10,000 foot view didn't have any action really until the second, and the second ended up increasing to a level of $12.50, decreasing off of that in the actual after hours market, which does suck to see. This is why I hate the after hours market, because you have so many things that happen in that market or in that time period, and you don't have liquidity, you don't have an ability to sell all of the shares that you have. So going from $9 or $10 up to $12, you can't do anything about it, and then it opens up at that level of like 1060, which sucks. It did increase throughout the day, which is a great sign, and continued to increase throughout the after hours market, which it did fall off again towards the end of the pre-market, but then suddenly starting to come back down and falling back down to where it once was. Now, I don't know the reason why we did see this large kick. Maybe it was something of a pump and dump. Maybe it has some short interest. I obviously don't want to take too much time to go into it because a lot of people ask questions, but it does look like something that is coming back to Earth, and Earth being the 200 EMA. So watch that. It does look positive this morning, but as of late, you see this large red candlestick. As of the late pre-market, it did get up to a level of $11, but then fell back down to a level where it's actually comfortable at. So definitely watch that closely. If you're in it and you're looking to gain a lot more, just watch it to make sure that you don't lose a lot, and you can you basically take out some profit. And then if you find a low point where you want to reinvest, maybe $10 flat, you can buy into that and watch it grow a little bit more. So that would be my opinion. Should I buy Apple stock now? AAPL. I think Apple stock is always a good buy, in my opinion. The only thing is that I do see multiple touch points. If you actually zoom out, these are 2 hour candlesticks. If you zoom out, you see so many touch points to the 200 EMA, and it's so far away from the 200 EMA that I'm thinking we're going to see more of a pullback to where it does touch the 200 EMA somewhere around maybe this 152 mark. So technically, I would say it's not. Maybe I'll probably say it's looking something like that. So 151, 152, that's where you'll probably see that touch point, just based on some history. And I wouldn't say that's too far off from where it is, because it's 155. And I believe you're going to see something big, but it is a decently decent growth stock, right? It grows slow growth, kind of like an ETF, but a little bit more aggressive because an ETF will move not as much in a year, but Apple will move a little bit more. But it does grow slowly, and you're seeing the consistent growth. Not too many large dips to where it breaks well below the 200 EMA. You've seen touch points, and you've seen sometimes below the 200 EMA, but mainly they have been touches. So where it is now, not bad. I wouldn't say it's horrible. Good morning, guys. Anyone else having issues with Coinbase? I'm not having any issues with Coinbase. Not at the moment. Good morning, Matt. Hope you're doing good today. I'm doing pretty well. Can't complain. Just heard that the SEC is starting an investigation into Coinbase for stopping trading of crypto yesterday during the crash. I mean, I didn't know that was a thing. Because I actually tried to buy more farm coin, not yesterday, you mean the day before. I did try and buy farm coin and it didn't go through. It said that it went through. It said that I bought it at a certain price. Luckily, it went down again and I was able to buy it at that price because the price that I bought it at, it didn't go through, and I was pretty freaking pissed because that's obviously at $200. That's a steal for farm, for me at least. But that's interesting. I mean, they obviously need to investigate some other things when it comes to tax situations because, they really don't give out the best tax forms from what I understand, if they give out any. And I have yet to receive anything from them because I literally just started with crypto this year in Coinbase. So I'm waiting to see what I get from that because I know I have already gained close to, well, I did at one point gain close to 100%. Good morning, Matt. What's your take on BBIG? BBIG, I think is interesting. I know it doesn't have the backing that AMC or GME has. I know it has high short interest, right? I know it has some people that do claim that this is going to increase in a dramatic way, in a dramatic fashion, right? This has increased, came back, increased, came back, increased, came back. And it's a great position if you wanted to take your chances in finding something that may grow quite a bit, because it went from $2 down here all the way up to a level of $10, which is amazing for a lot of people. And then going back down to $5 and then rising to $12, going back down to $6 and rising to $12.50. So you're obviously seeing some positivity there. When I say that this is a short squeeze, I would say that in the definition of short squeezes, yes. Would I say that it is like comparable to AMC or GME? No, I would not say that. The reason being is because these positions that everyone brings up is not backed by the ape community, right? If it is backed by the ape community, then you have a number of people, or even a community in general, you have a number of people that are behind it. Sorry, I hit the mic. That are behind it and that are holding it. And if people are holding it, then you see larger growth, right? The fact that we're seeing the growth now is not necessarily saying that, oh, this is a short squeeze and it's going to blow at any moment. A short squeeze can be something of a smaller squeeze, a mini squeeze, or it could be something of a larger squeeze, right? It needs to have all of the different pieces to it in order to be that larger squeeze. So it needs to have the short interest. It needs to have the amount of people that are holding it. And if you look at those two things and say, okay, the short interest is up, they shorted the hell out of this thing, and now people are holding it, 80% of the people are holding the stock, then yes, or 100% or whatever, that's where you'll start seeing those squeeze opportunities. But this is just the beginning level to where you can see an increase. But it seems to me, as you can see here, that people are not holding it. They're driving this price up based on maybe some covering of shorts and some FOMO action, but then they're selling it right away. So they're bringing it back down, and it's not shorting it that's happening there. It's people that are selling it right away because the shorts are not covering, the shorts, you don't see an addition of, a crazy amount of shorts. So then you see more FOMO buying go on. And then you're seeing them cover right away. Now, it's not everybody that's covering. You do have a number of people that are holding, and people that held out to this point from $2. You obviously gained a lot. You obviously had a roller coaster, but you gained a lot out of it. And I wouldn't say that you completely have to sell it, but I am a huge fan of uh, taking some profits. So taking just a little bit of your profit, not all of it. I mean, you could take all of it if you want to, but I'm a fan of taking little bits and pieces because you never know what this could be and where it could fall to. So either way, I know that they have short interest. I've seen 200% that has fell to under 10% and nothing really happened. So definitely watch out for this. That would be my overall opinion. There's obviously more that goes into it, but that would be my overall opinion there. I don't want to spend the whole entire time talking about that. Good morning. Green Thursday for AMC. I don't know. I don't know. I would say it's possible. Yesterday we seen a high of $49.40. We know that they can't really hold it that well. And they're trying to make it resist from $50 and hold it at some of these lower levels, but it's getting tougher and tougher for them to do. So uh, that would be my opinion on that. But we'll have to wait and see. Maybe towards the end of my stream at 9 o'clock, I'll be able to give you a clearer answer. Thank you for your answer. No problem. All the new releases coming up. Remember, the trailer for the new Matrix movie will be out later today. All right, I'm going to have to do a reaction to that. I will bring up my videos. I'll do a reaction video to it. Who's in them? I guess we'll figure it out. Investing in electric vehicles. Go public soon. Interesting. Can't wait for the IPO. Yeah. Didn't Coinbase crash because so many users were trying to access it at the same time? SEC is looking into Coinbase for their crypto lending program. Well, the that's usually the issue, but they should be able to get all those users or have all those users on the platform at the same time. It doesn't make sense to me why that would happen. You know, like it doesn't make sense to me. You have a huge platform, one of the biggest platforms. You should be able to, handle that capacity. Anything on some power plug? Not at the moment. Grand risings to everyone. Good morning, all. Don't forget to smash the like button for our boy Matt. Yes, hit that like button. It's for the YouTube algorithm. It does help out and push this channel to other people. BBIG only has 34% short interest. The retail investors do not control the free float. BBIG is a distraction. So yeah, that's what some people will think, right? Obviously, I think it's a distraction if you make it a distraction, right? If you look at it as something that you can increase, your portfolio size to, right? You can increase it to from 10,000 to 20,000 or whatever. You can actually make a lot of money from. Then I don't think of it as a distraction. But if you say to people, hey, AMC is the past and BBIG is the future, then that's where you're like, okay, it's a distraction. That's what I don't want to see, because for me, whenever I see an opportunity, I'm not taking my money out of AMC in order to follow through with that opportunity, right? I'm looking for other forms of money to put it into that position. I'm not going to take out AMC, but if you're doing that, then it's a distraction, I would say. And it seems like some people may be saying, oh, well, let's look at BBIG over, AMC, and, or they may not come out and say that, but it's kind of hinted that way, I guess. Would you take profits from AMC stock? Would I take profits from AMC stock? Yes. Not now. Um, I would say this is way too early, but at certain points, I know my strategy, and I've said it time and time again. Um, I think AMC is going to touch 49 today. That would be amazing. I think it's going to touch, I would love to see it touch 50 and break 50. But I think it's a good thing to do to understand what your strategy is. And if you see it go up to $200 or $300, you know that that's not the extent of the squeeze. However, you protect yourself in any way because you never know what hedge funds are going to do, what institutions are going to do, what large holders are going to do. And it's not saying that you take out everything. It's always like, all right, it goes to $200, $300. Well, I'm comfortable with, basically taking my initial investment there, or I'm taking a little bits and pieces here. And then when I get up to the max peak, I don't want to sell completely on the way down, because then obviously if everybody's selling on the way down, it ends up being a shit show, for lack of a better term, because then you see gaps, you see halts, you're going to see so much. And you need to find a way to sell a portion on the way up, maybe a portion on the way down, whatever you want. But I know for a fact that in the top portion, where it does get to maybe 100,000 or whatever, I'm going to hold 10 to 100 shares at that level if it's going to get to $100,000, right? So that's my plan. However, I'm not going to give you exact price points of where I'm going to sell positions at. I need you to come up with your own strategy if you are truly interested in playing something like this. And all of these opportunities that you're seeing grow really fast are kind of just like tests or examples. Um, one thing that Robinhood One thing about Robinhood, their crypto doesn't normally crash. Uh, I disagree. That is false. Um, they stopped trading in crypto. So with Dogecoin on Saturday Night Live day, right? They stopped trading crypto. So you weren't allowed to trade Dogecoin. You weren't allowed to buy. You weren't allowed to sell. You couldn't do anything at that moment. They took away the buy button and the sell button. Or sorry, I think it was just the buy button. They took away the buy button, so you couldn't buy anymore. And then Coinbase kind of crashed at that point because they couldn't handle the amount of people that were going in to buy Dogecoin. Or sorry, was that was it live then, or it wasn't live on Coinbase then? Coinbase did crash though for some reason on that day. But it was Robinhood that had that issue. So that's false. But they do have a lot of different cryptocurrencies, and yes, the overall crypto market doesn't crash, but the specific coin that you're trying to buy that has a lot of popularity to it will crash. Did you see Adam Aaron talk about GME yesterday? Also, can you do a market cap analysis on Algo crypto? So I am. Um, I I will put that on my Patreon for Algo. I actually just recorded that this morning, so that's interesting that you said that, because I've been gaining interest with Algo I'm getting it every single day, and I'm gaining, like 10 to 20 cents every single day on Algo. So I definitely wanted to do that. So I'm doing that for the members on YouTube, and I'm also doing that on Patreon. So if you're a member on Patreon, the second level, or you're a member on YouTube, you'll be able to see that video on Algo. Hedge funds are running out of ammo for AMC. The tide will turn soon. Yes, that's exactly what it's looking like. They're having trouble pulling this thing back to the levels that they would pull it back to, or even to the extent of pulling it back to those to some levels. So at 49, they're having trouble bringing it below 45, right? When previously it was up to 70, right? And they brought it all the way back down to 30, or I think 28 or something like that, right? So they obviously had more strength then, but they're showing that they don't have as much strength. They're weak at this point, and every time they bring it back, we're seeing it increase back up to those levels of 49, or 48 or whatever. They just can't hold it. But I did, anyways, to answer your first question, not sure about Adam Aaron talk about GME. He has talked about GME in the past. I didn't see what he said yesterday, but he has talked about GME in the past and doing like some sort of tournament or doing like I guess gaming tournaments or something like that to partnership with the GME. But I don't know if it's like as clear cut as people think it is. So I don't know. It's interesting there. Not sure why people jump to the distraction idea. There are plays outside of AMC and GME. Yes, there is. You're absolutely right. The only thing that I would say, and I did say it, is the fact that when you start replacing AMC for BBIG or whatever, when you start saying, "Oh, new short squeeze opportunity," yes, it has the setup of just short interest, but everything else, it's not a short squeeze opportunity. If people are not holding it, if it's not difficult for them to get out, if they're not squeezed out of this position, it's not a short squeeze opportunity. It's the beginning stages. You're at like the first 1% of seeing a short squeeze opportunity, which a lot of stocks end up getting to. This is just an increase that people can make money from. And if you're making money from it, great. You have more ammo to probably put into AMC if you wanted to, or put into any other position you want to. That's what it's all about. It's all about making profits, to tell you the truth. Because we are a huge community. Obviously, having 80% of this stock held, if not more than that. um we are a huge community, and we obviously have the backing, but other positions don't. So if you see large increases, and while you're waiting on AMC and you're not making any more investments in AMC, then make some money elsewhere as well. With the fees that Coinbase charge, they should have no problem upgrading. That's 100% true. I agree with you 100%. AMC will touch 49 today. Pretty confident. That's good. I love the confidence. Long time no talk lately. These daily AMC charts are bizarre slash fascinating. Nothing like earlier this year. Well, yeah, because I mean the prices are just so much higher. So that means the movement that we would see. If you look at it in the past, right, where we were looking for the Battle of 801, right? We were only moving like pennies. We were moving like 50 cents, moving like 60 cents, and people were excited. Now we're moving $5 in a day, high to low. You see here at this 45 mark to this high point of 49, you're moving, $4 or so, right? That's huge. That's something you weren't seeing in the past. And as this continues to go up, you move more and more. You look at something like obviously, GME, and this is what we're going to be looking at. And it moves $10, $16 in one day. It moves a lot more than that in another day. Right now it's down $18. So you're going to see a number of days to where these actually move, tens of dollars or maybe even hundreds of dollars when it gets to its highest point, and it's crazy. Can you look at OMG? Is that really a thing? Well, that's a penny stock. I really don't play well in penny stocks. I mean, it is 13 cents. I would say it's a lot bigger of a penny stock than what I I consider as not going into. You know what I mean? So where it is now at 15 cents, or sorry, 13 cents. Let's look at the last month. Last month is tough. Seeing 1 hour candlesticks, not really too much movement here. I don't know. It's just tough to gauge. It's not something that I'm used to. Doesn't look like you have uh, too much room to grow from there. If I'm gonna play anything penny related, it's probably gonna be crypto. So I really don't have an opinion there. Sorry, but I'm not really a penny stock person. And again, this is not something that I'm super uncomfortable with because obviously I'm in things that are less than a dollar. It's just when you start to get to lower and lower figures to where you don't have the volume in it, it just doesn't look the best for me. But you may have a different opinion on where this can actually get to and the retest points that it could have. Stop by to show support by hitting that like button. Good morning, beautiful people. Thank you for being here and showing your support, Ms. Hayes, or Miss Harris. Sorry, I thought it was Hayes. Ms. Harris, I appreciate that. How many shares of AMC you holding? I have AMC. I have 900 shares of AMC. It's not unlocked right now, but I'll unlock it. I show my shares. I have 900 shares of AMC, and 20 shares of GME. So I'm holding those. I've been holding 900 shares for quite some time. And yeah, originally I covered my initial investment, but I saw opportunities as it was lower, and it did increase from there. So I'm happy with that. Now I'm currently up $18,000. And well, I'm up a lot more than that because I did pocket 10,000. So technically I'm up $28,000 on the overall position. But yeah, 900 shares of AMC, 20 shares of GME. I do hold 7,000 shares of ZOM, 2,000 shares of SOS, and we're going to see how all of those play out, you know, or both of those play out. And I also have some call options for AMC and some call options for SOS and Ride. So just to call out my overall portfolio, it's down. I'm up $17,000 at the moment. But yeah, I'm down on a lot of positions. GME, I'm down $776. It was basically to even. It would have been great if I could have done that, but I don't want to play this as a swing trade or as I normally play it, to where I would get out at that peak point where I see my increase or my cost basis get out at the peak point, find the low point of 180 or 150, and then make my move there. But, you know, haven't done that. I'm down quite a bit on SOS and quite a bit on ZOM. But yeah, I have a call option for 250 for SOS for January 2022. So I can basically pocket a little bit more money included with this this increase here. So whatever this increase ends up being. So there's my positions as a whole. If this can truly hit 100K, I'd be holding, you know, my 200 shares. Would be nice at that price. Well, yeah. Dead cat bounce, BTC back to 44 support bounce. Fraudsters. Who's a fraudster? Touch $50 today. That I would love to see it touch $50 today. Tokens on farm. Oh, sorry. I thought you said I can't see anything. Thoughts on farm. So farm coin, I'm still bullish on. I still hold. Now I hold 20 coins. I did hold 17, and now I hold 20 at a lower cost basis. But right now I think I'm above, or sorry, this is below my cost basis at the moment. I did buy 5 that were at 150, but that's not enough to justify the ones that I bought at 220 and 230. So I would imagine I'm very, very close to my cost basis, but I did buy some at you know, $2 and sorry, $200. And I did want to look at it to see what movement we saw last night, if we did see anything lower. Let's see. But Farmcoin, I've been bullish on for a long time. I love what Farmcoin can do and has done in the past, you know, going up to 355 or so. If we look at, let's look at a year, you know, we could see that it did increase to that 355 level, somewhere around here. It did get to 410 in February. So this shows that it can get to like higher and higher numbers, right? It got to $660. I expect this to go to crazy high numbers and then start to resist. Maybe I can buy more after it does resist, and, you know, make my move from there. But I hold 20 of this coin, looking for this to push up to probably somewhere around 500, to where I believe it will resist from. Probably take out some to put in more at a lower price. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. The typical hold time is 5 days. If you could find a way to increase that typical hold time, you know, of like 10 days or 20 days, right, we'll start to see this increase a lot. Now, this price that we did see here was before it was offered on Coinbase, from what I understand. And then recently we have seen a rise based on the fact that it was offered on Coinbase. So it's still a buy for me. Every time I see it go lower and lower, it's still a buy. If I could see this at a level of, $50, yeah, I'm buying a crazy amount. I will buy so much more just to see that increase. And I want to hold, like I said, 50 to 100 coins, and that will be where I set it at as something that to where I'm done. If this cat doesn't stop rubbing my leg, I'm gonna get very pissed because it's just so distracting when I'm talking. That's all I think about. He is an adorable cat, though. But yeah, that's why I think of Harvest, finance. I hold 20 coins. I will buy more as time goes on. But if this gets back to a level of $40, yeah, sign me up for a bunch. I mean, sign me up for like 100 at least. If it gets back down to those levels, which we have seen it, rise and fall. We have seen it go to some of these levels and then fall down. So the best thing I can suggest, if we do see that fall sometime soon, the best thing I could suggest and what I'm going to do is buying more, lowering that cost basis and buying, 100 more, maybe 200 more, whatever, because this circulating supply here is 90% of the total supply. The max supply that you have there is 700,000 coins. Well, 690, I think, or 670. I don't know. I have to check on coin market cap, but it's basically lower than 700,000, meaning that it will increase quite a bit, showing where the potential actually is. And I wish I can go to all about. I for some reason can't get on the search bar. Why can't I get on the search bar over here? Excel? It's not coming up. Okay. I don't know. It should come up, but maybe I can just. No, I don't have. I don't have visual to it. I would show you guys, but I don't know why it's not working right now. Carl, can you please stop? Only 50 likes. Wow. Yes, hit the like button. We have 225 people in here, guys. If you haven't done it, please do it. A interview brought more excitement to AMC. The game did for the earnings. I tried both. Yeah, I couldn't buy. I didn't want to sell, but I couldn't buy. People were able to sell, I think. Um, Taking out money of AMC for other plays would be silly. Yeah, it's not something that you want to do. I thought that was with GME. I don't know what you're talking about. What was with GME? Shiba Crypto became tradable on Webull this week, and today becomes available on Coinbase. Wait, today it becomes available on Coinbase? Robinhood will soon be selling it. Uh, I feel it has potential. Look, it has potential, but just know that if you're looking for this to get to a price of 1 penny or $1, it's not going to happen. For it to get to those levels, it has to have a solid burn rate to where a lot of it's burned off. I hold 4 million Shiba coin right now, and obviously I want it to go to higher and higher numbers, but I don't know if that will happen. And I'll continue to hold it because I don't know what it can be and what it will be because it's definitely unknown. But I would say based on market cap, it would have to reach crazy high market cap numbers in order to get to those levels. What is Should I throw $100 in it? Zomedica is a like sort of a pharmaceutical company, from what I understand. Um, for like animals. There's a veterinary health company. There we go. That's what the words I was looking for. But yeah, I wouldn't say that you have to do your own research on that for Zom. It hasn't seen the volume that we wanted to see, but it also has seen a lot of shorts. There's been a ton of shorts going on into here, about 40 to 50%, sometimes 60% that's going into this position. It's only 10% short, which is about 100 million shares, because there are 900 million shares of free float, almost 1 billion. But when this does have volume and it does have push by buyers, people continue to blow this up. However, people are not buying it right now. They're holding it. I'm holding 7,000 shares. There's a lot of people that are holding 10,000 plus. I would love to hold 10,000 plus. I bought in originally at like or I think it was like 160, brought it down to about 90 cents. And I could actually lower my cost basis more if I had more money in Webull, but I haven't put any more money in Webull. I think $55,000 in Webull is good enough. I usually don't keep that much money in Webull, but obviously AMC is growing, so I don't keep that much money in my day trading platform. I'm pushing 61 years old and I'm moving some stocks into dividend plays, blue chip stocks. I think it's a good move. What do you think? Fidelity is where I keep it. Yeah, I think what you should do is put it into some of their funds. Their funds move in a great way. Like, I mean, some of the funds that I have in ETFs, the Fidelity ETFs, they move at like 20%. Right now, they're up about 20 to 30%, as the rest of the market is not really doing so hot most days. Right. So, yeah, I think that's a smart move. If you are getting older and you feel like you want something more secure, but still gaining a decent percentage, put it into a fund to where you can gain 10 to 20%, and maybe even more than that, depending on what it is. And also put it into some dividend plays. I think that's very, very smart. You should have some risky plays. You should have less risky plays as you go along. So, if you have, let's say, $10,000, let's say you have 60% that are in safe investments and 40% that are in risky investments, you probably want to dial that down to maybe 30 or 20%. I think 60-40 is actually really good, because 60% is going to grow significantly. And then, that 40%, you may end up having a large increase or a larger decrease. And if you have a large increase, you can put some of that money into your long-term investment accounts as well. But yeah, I would say if you don't have any Roth IRAs, definitely have a Roth IRA, contribute to that, and buy some mutual fund positions, some dividends, and all that stuff. That would be my suggestion. But yes, you have the right idea. How would you handle the golf off season? That's where it'll be interesting. I don't know. I don't know exactly how I'm going to handle it, because it's going to be multiple. I'm going to try and do things in the simulator maybe, to see like if I could play 5 holes or 9 holes in the simulator. I'm going to play a lot of par 3 golf in order to dial in my game, dial in my wedges and my irons. I won't be able to swing my driver though. That might be an issue, because every time I go about the off season not swinging my driver, I start to swing more steep rather than around my body. And when I don't swing around my body, obviously I'm going to end up having those well, one, I'm not going to go as far because I'm going to have a lot of curve, and two, that curve is going to be more slicey than anything. And I would love to fix that and keep it fixed, but I'm going to have to really work on it. But it's probably going to be indoors, simulator golf. I'm probably going to go to different simulators. There's this simulator that I go to in Exeter, PA, that they have a bunch of different bays, and they actually don't charge that much to play on that simulator golf, and the ceilings are a lot higher, so I can swing my driver and I can record everything. So definitely going to do it that route. And if I go on vacation anywhere that's warm, obviously I'll play golf and record that as well. But yeah, as we get closer and closer to these days, I'm trying to think of exactly what I would do. Probably some trick shots, maybe some shorter uploads, some shorts uploads, all that stuff. So we'll see how that plays out, but I think that's going to be the case. I saw a video saying that a couple of months ago, H bar could be 90 cents. I bought it at 24. It so far looks true. Thoughts? Um, I haven't ever looked into it. Well, I can't say I haven't ever looked into it. I think people brought it up to my. This is tough. Let's see. Let's go back to H bar. Right now we're looking at information back from. Why are we only looking at this from the 9th? Is this something that was newly added? Is that, or am I not seeing all of the data here? If I look at a month, yeah. So it's only giving me from the 9th. It's giving me 1 hour candlesticks. I don't know. I'll go minute candlesticks. Is that a cryptocurrency or? I think that's a cryptocurrency because some people, for some reason, it's coming up as a stock, but I I wouldn't think that you think that that's positive based on that movement that I saw here. And yeah, so let's see the potential of this position. If we're looking at the total circulating supply, we have 9.6 billion. Now, currently the market cap is at 3.1 billion. Now, I don't know the full popularity of this. You can't buy it on Coinbase right now. It's not supported on Coinbase, but if you have seen it in the last year, it's got up to 45 cents. 45 cents would give it, maybe closer to that $5 billion or $5 billion market cap. Now, I would say average is somewhere around $10 billion market cap for something that's not really truly like crazy popular. I don't really know the popularity. The volume has gone up by 51% in the last 24 hours. So that's always a good sign. But this is 19% of the total supply. So looking at that, seeing 19% of the total supply, you just multiply that 10 billion by 5. So 50 billion is going to be the circulating supply, meaning that if you get to $1, that would be a $50 billion market cap. Now, I don't know when they'll actually offer all of that supply, if it's mineable, whatever it ends up being. But at the current supply, yes, 90 cents is definitely in play. It's very easy for that to get to 90 cents or even $1 at that point. I would say you're probably going to see a resistance closer to 80 cents rather than 90. But yes, I do see a history in it going from this level of 16 cents, or not history, a future of this going from 60 cents up to about 80 cents or so. That's where I would give it. Is Carl laying down drinking water? No, he's actually laying on the shelves that I just bought. He was laying down drinking water earlier. Um, but I bought shelves from IKEA and I didn't put them up yet. I just have them in the box. But both cats like to get on top of the shelf boxes and lay on it. That's just what they do. Daisy was on it a couple of minutes ago, and now Carl is on top of it. It's a little bit elevated. Maybe that's why they like it so much. We did just hit 100 likes. If you guys can get me to 150 likes, I would appreciate that. That would mean a lot to me. It does mean a lot to me. I wish you would stream earlier in the morning. The other guy is DK. Is it DK? Like, oh, got you. I thought you meant like he's Donkey Kong. I say, well, that would make him a true ape, right? Who is the other guy? Uh, I just read that. My favorite golf swing is Charles Barkley. Well, yeah, but I mean, he fixed the swing, so I'm young. I'm trying to get into the stock market. Where should I start? I think you should start with something that you would feel more comfortable with, and it would be solid gains. So start, and this is where a lot of people should start. Start with looking up what are the best dividend positions to get into to understand that portion of it, because then you're worried about the growth. Then you're also worried about the amount that you gain in dividends, because this is a every single month type of thing. I know Algo is making a move. I talked about it on I'm talking about it on my Patreon. I'm going to upload it at 12 o'clock today on what I believe it can get to and what I plan on doing with it and all of that stuff. So if you guys are interested in joining the Patreon, do that. Also, I'll upload it to YouTube members. So if you're the second level of membership, you'll be able to see that video as well. But yeah, you should start with dividend positions, I would say, and then start to understand. I would say swing trading is probably the best way to start, and then reading books on day trading and swing trading, understanding what you would do there. But swing trading is probably good because you can understand what's happening in the after hours market, understand what's happening in the market open, understand trends as well. And then you get used to reading that chart and finding support levels and resistance levels. So start with dividends, jump into swing trading, find some great positions that have a lot of volatility that show you that it's at a low price. You can buy it in, you can buy into it at a low price and end up jumping to a higher price, in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Just try and take it like baby step your way into it. Donkey Kong. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Uh, yes, Algo is making a move though. I love what Algo's doing right now. I'm currently the amount that I invested in here was $2,500, and now that amount is up to $3,600 or $3,700. Mainly because Algo, everything else decreased. I think Cosmos actually decreased for me, but go to my portfolio. Yeah, Cosmos actually decreased for me, but Algo went up to about 2,000, so basically doubled in value from when I invested into it. Total interest that I earned is about $8.81, which is great. I mean, in a matter of weeks, I earned $8.81. That's more than what you can gain in a savings account by holding $20,000 in there for the month or the year. So I've done this in about a week and I've gained $8, and I would like to invest more into Algo because I feel like Algo could be bigger. But again, I'm gonna do that in a separate video. If you guys want to see that, go over to Patreon and you'll be able to get that at 12 o'clock today. I'm uploading more videos over there. Tezos into that, Cosmos into that. I always want to see more positions that I can gain money on. So yeah, and I bought 1,000 more Polymath, but that's over on my Coinbase Pro. So hopefully hopefully this gets back to $20,000 or so. See if this updated hit me 20,000. Decreased. All right, so it looks like Internet Computer has decreased, but Polymath again. I have 2,000 coins, and that has a lot of potential for Polymath. I really think it does. So holding 2,000 coins, getting to $200 or getting to $100 would be phenomenal. And you can definitely see it get to some of these levels. So for Polymath, let's look at where Polymath actually is. Let's scroll down here. Where is it? See if I can just find it without typing it in. Maybe not. I'll look it up. Poly. So Polymath currently they have 624 million Polymath tokens. This gives you a market cap of $452 million market cap. Now, looking at this, 452 million is a lower market cap than what you can expect. I would say you can see something in the range of 3 to 10 billion as a whole. I think, as something on the lower side when you look at market cap. And if you're looking at something like that, you can expect this price to double if it gets to $1 billion market cap. So somewhere around $1.40. And if you multiply that by 10, you're looking at $14 or so, right? And $14 holding 2,000 coins obviously is really, really good. I would like for this to go to about $100 though, um, just so I can see this, so I can gain a crazy amount from it. But I'll settle for something of like $50. I'll settle for it, right? You take a peek at Shiba. Wait, you don't have many followers. You load a few bucks into BBIG yesterday. Uh, Holding a bag, I believe. Yeah, I guess. Uh, ATOM making moves as well. Interesting. I didn't see it's making moves as of now, but it wasn't making moves from when I invested. So where I invested it at, it's still lower than my investment point, but I am gaining interest. I only gained one. I don't think I gained anything in interest yet. I think it's building up interest, and I'll get paid out in the month. At the end of the month or something. I don't know. They pay out differently. I know Algo I think pays every day from what I've seen. Cosmos looks like it pays like weekly or something. I'm not 100% sure. I have to look into the payout schedule. Looks like some folks just took profits, big red candle in crypto in the last 30 minutes. Interesting. Why hopefully is this a cryptocurrency? Why is it down 60% or is it a stock? Why is that down 60%? I have no idea. It has dropped a lot. I mean, a crazy amount. It looks like you might have seen like a reverse split. I don't know if you could do that in the after hours market. 2 hours ago, 8 hours ago, or the stock price just gapped down. Uh, yeah, it looks like it just gapped down by a hell of a lot. But that's interesting. Let's look at happened in the last. So yeah, that gapped down a hell of a lot, down to $5.20. And currently has, I guess, it hit a low of $5.20, but actually has increased from there to $6.05. It'd be great to take out a long-term option on that. So once it opens up to see what's going on there, take out a long-term call option on that. We'll see how that plays out. I'll keep that up. Yeah. What, that is something to follow. Oh, come on. Whatever. Go back to AMC, see what AMC is doing. Down 3%, 3.3%. So we're seeing some more negative movement down to $45.85. Missed out on Algo. I was watching it when it was around $1.20, but didn't transfer into it. It's still not too late to get in though. I believe where your head is the right place. Um, I would agree with that. So let's see. Is there any other? I'm wondering if anybody knows of any detail on when we or if we can stake Cardano on Coinbase. Please let me know because I mean I should probably buy some more. Should I buy some more? I mean it did go down to two. Yeah, I think I should probably buy some more. Check something. I don't think I have a lot in my Ally Bank. but I don't know. If I have a lot um of money to play with, especially since I'm gonna have to pay yeah, yeah. I don't think I have a lot of money to play with right now. You you take a peek at Shiba. So again, for Shiba Inu, I think it's going to be something that can be big with all of this news of it going on different platforms. But I know for a fact that they can't get to the levels that people want it to get to unless they have massive changes with the amount of coins that they have, which could possibly happen. You could see a total burn off, but I don't know how that will play out and if it will. So I currently have 4 million Shiba coins on Bitmart, and I need that to obviously increase quite a bit for me to take it off, because right now they want to charge me like 10, I think it's 10 million, uh 10 million coins to transfer it, and I'm like, I only have 4 million. How would you charge me more than I have to transfer it? Because I would like to put it on like gate.io. I think they have the ability to put it there. That's where I have my Safe Moon. That's where I have my Pallane, my Pi coin. But yeah, yeah, Shiba needs a massive burn. Like they have trillions of coins. I think the max is 1 quadrillion coins. I think that's it. Um, but let me check out TRX. I believe that was something I did look into previously. It's not supported on Coinbase right now. It's at 9 cents. The total circulating supply is 71 billion, which I think it does have more supply that's out there. That's not the total supply. Currently at 6.5 billion. I think that's it's not maxed out, but it's closer to average than some of the other ones are. So as you look at some of these prices, it can get a lot higher, right? You see that to 18, but it doesn't hold at those levels of 18. It does have a couple of touch points though, up in this level above $10 or 10 cents. But you see it consistently hold at lower levels because of the circulating supply is very, very high. I don't ever like things that have that high of a circulating supply unless it has a true, like it has a lot of popularity. Since it's not offered on Coinbase, you can't really see the level of popularity and the typical hold time. But if it does get higher, if it does end up being offered on Coinbase, then you could see something different. But it looks like XRP moves tightly with Tron. So if you're interested in that, get into XRP or VeChain, any of those. It moves tight with actually has no relationship with Clover Finance. Don't know why they would put it here though. I have Clover Finance. Um, oh, and that's down. I should buy more of that. Um, let's see, GME on a huge drop. I think it could go up again or keep falling. I think it's definitely going to go up again. GME, yeah, I think it's definitely going to go up again. It is on a huge drop right now, down to sub 180, which is really, really good for people that want to buy it at sub 200. Because currently my cost basis right now is 220, and I'm holding 20 shares of GME. And I would love to buy more. So if it's below 100, that's definitely a buy opportunity. If it's below 150, it's definitely a buy opportunity. So that's what I'm looking for. Right now, I'm down about $700 on GME, but still, I know where this is going to go, and we're seeing a discounted price because it's down $20 today. was mad when I missed the ADA drop to $2. Um, I missed it by 15 minutes. I was mad when I missed the farm drop to 180. I missed that by a couple of minutes as well. And 180 is a freaking steal. It already increased to a higher price from where it was at 180. If you would have bought it at 180, you could easily gain $30 per coin that you bought. From where it was, and probably a little bit more from the high point that it got to. So let me go back and see. Back to farm coin. And just seeing where this low actually was in the week, you see that drop to 180 and then instantly rose to 220, right? So 180, you could have gained $44 from that just by that rise alone, right? And I'm not saying that you would just, buy and sell it, but if you wanted to and you had, you bought 10 coins, right? You could have easily gained, $400 from that. That's a solid gain. Or if you bought more than that and bought 100 coins or bought 20 coins or whatever, you could have gained $800 or $8,000 or sorry, $4,000, whatever. Matt ain't scared to make money. Yeah, I'm not scared. No. Was anyone else excited to see the GME dip? I was patient and now have money ready for today. That's awesome, because typically when I see any type of dip, Solana has been ridiculous. I didn't expect all of that, but obviously some people did, and I give props to M. Kriegs about it, because she called it out and told me to put money into it. I think it was at like 30 something dollars or something like that. And I was putting more money into Harvest Finance, but I'm telling you, if I would have put that same amount of money into Solana, it probably would have been a lot better. Obviously, it would have, because it would have been from 30 to $200+, which is huge. And I could have taken that money and put it into farm at some of these low levels rather than investing it in at 250. But no one can predict exactly what's going to happen with everything. You get into some plays that end up taking off. You get out of some plays, that already took off for you. That's just what happens there. But I give a shout out to her. She made a great prediction there that it was going to take off. It did end up coming back from 80 to where I said it was going to, but it ended up skyrocketing based on the popularity, the volume, people putting more money into there. So I heard about Solana here and I bought it. Heard about Solana here and bought it at 33, which I wish I bought more. Yeah, that's always the issue. It's like I wish I would buy more, because do I, like, how much do I believe in the position? Just because I'm hearing about it here doesn't mean that it's going to skyrocket. Even though we have seen a lot that people have brought up. This is why I love the community. People bring up positions, you get into those positions. The reason why I'm in a lot of these interest building ones is because someone talked about Cosmos, and that's when I looked into, Algo, and I looked into some of the other ones. Obviously, like DAI, I didn't want to buy into that, but I also would love to stake ADA. I don't want to move my my ADA coin, my Cardano coin, anywhere. I would like to hold it and build interest, but obviously I can't do that on Coinbase right now. Phantom has been on an awesome run as well. I have to check into it. Let me look at Solana real quick. Yeah, it was on my list. Once it got on Coinbase, it was on my list to make, or to put money into, but I didn't ever do it. Exodus for staking Cardano. I would like to do it all in one platform, though. That's the issue. Yeah, currently at 205, which is insane. Seeing that growth, absolutely insane. And then even the pullback, the pullback all the way back to 150, and then growing to 204 again. Huge, absolutely huge. To see that Solana is at a $60 billion market cap is insane. And the typical hold time is only 7 days. How is that even possible? Typically, you're going to see hold time a lot higher, but I guess you have so much buying power that's going into it that it doesn't matter about the hold time because there's so many people that are buying up this position. You know what I mean? And they're not, I guess they're not offering any more as we're going through or introducing any more coins into circulation as we're going through this large run up. But it definitely is interesting to me that the hold time is only 7 days in Solana, in Coinbase, but the popularity is still 5. So that means that people are putting a ton of volume into it. $15.5 billion in the last 24 hours. Insane. I have all my money in OCGN, 700 shares at $8.36. Will give us the news we want. If not, I will chug a bottle of hot sauce. Depends what hot sauce. Some hot sauces are really good. The greatest hodl ever. You're going to want to build a wall around this hodl. UGG, is that really a play? Is that a crypto or what? Or is that just a typo? UGGA. That's interesting. Fetch.ia. I have to look into that. I will look into it right after I look at this. That's not a thing. Oh, got you. Huge. Got you. Trump joke. Understood. I was wondering why you said there was going to build a wall around this hodl. Okay. Remember side plays don't scare to sell. Don't bag hold. Yes, I would agree with that. Gee. I think we just looked into this. Huh. That's very interesting. That's 100% of the supply is 140 million. 1.5 billion. It's up 6% in the last 24 hours. Has a typical hold time of 87 days. 87 days. A typical hold time of 87 days. That's huge. That doesn't look bad. You know, popularity is 41, so it's obviously in the middle of the pack. Um, Overall volume is up 6%, 6.5%. Typical hold time higher than Bitcoin and Ethereum. That is insane. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Have I don't know if I have any free cash right now. I mean, I could probably take some out of other positions that I don't believe is going to make a huge move. I like what Quant is doing. That's up to $300. That's way above my cost basis of 180. So that's great. Dashcoin. I don't know if I believe in Dashcoin. I did. It only has 10 million circulating supply, which it could be very, very high. But I don't know. AMP, I do believe in. I would like to buy some more of that for that to go up to higher levels. I don't need that to go up to a crazy amount like $10 or anything. I wanted that to go to like $1. So currently at 5 cents, I should probably buy some more of that. I can buy maybe we'll find a way to get $700 more. Stoge, I don't know if I believe in that position at all. So I might have to, we'll see how to play that out. But scale, that's interesting to me. That has moved. XLM, or sorry, that's Stellar. XLM. Yeah, we'll have to look at some of these and see what I can transfer into something maybe a little bit better. But I'm definitely keeping Harvest, definitely keeping Internet Computer, Polymath, all of those, Litecoin, Clove, Cardano. I want to actually increase the amount. Gitcoin, I'm keeping. Anchor, I'm keeping. Ethereum Classic, Compound, ACH, Quant. Everything below that, it's possible that I might not keep those. AMP will definitely be that can stay there, but I'll probably increase the value that I have there. But I'm not sure about everything else. We'll see. That computer, yeah. All right, guys. It's 9:04. Make sure you guys hit the like button. If you can get me to 150 before I finish this outro, that would be great. We are at 150. Thank you. I didn't even have to say anything. Well, I did say something, but I didn't have to say anything extra. But guys, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Make sure you guys go over and check out my Matthew Perry Golf channel. I just released another video, which I really like the intro in the video. So if you guys are interested in just checking that out, let me know what you think. I like the fact that, I built my brother's song into there. And also, it's just really good. I think it's really good. So definitely go ahead and check that out. And also, if you guys want to join the Patreon, do that. I'm going to be uploading something on Algo and maybe some other things every single day of the week. I'm going to try and upload something, whether it's for it's going to always be for the second group. So if you're part of that Patreon in the second group, it's the $10 tier. You'll get something new basically every day from what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to build a schedule, and I'll put it out there, whatever my schedule actually is. But guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully we have a good day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.